There is absolutely a straight line possibility. A
What are you talking about, Jim? I've never justified Trish's behaviour.
So if we extended and measured distance between 2 points,
don't do this in here.
Yeah,
I knew you'd.
Well, where shall we do it, Jim?
Now you're going to gaslight me over this, are you? You're going to gaslight me over the fact that you gaslighted me. Yes, you fucking did.
Trish.
You all fucking did.
I have been a detractor of Mrs. Get your story straight, Jem.
Fuck off.
Yeah, you fucking wank.
No, I was told at the time that I was mad, that I just didn't really know what was going on, that I wasn't seeing it all, and Queen and you guys were. That's what I was told. So don't fucking try and deny it. You were fucking full of it at the time. You know you fucking were.
The detractor of Miss is separate of Trish. You do this all the time. It's this notion of some group activity.
Yeah, this is what you were telling me at the time. You just don't really get it. You're blaming me for other things, and you don't really know. Fuck off. I know what's going on.
I'm not defending Trish's actions at all, am I?
Right, so you would agree with me. You would agree with me then that her behaviour is wrong.
Yes, it is far too extreme. There's no need to do that to this.
Right. So at the time when this initial argument broke out,
when you were telling me not to talk to Miss because she was making up lies about me, yeah, I did object to that.
Telling you not to talk to her.
I was talking. I mean, this doesn't need to be litigated, surely. When I'm arguing with Miss and it's being accused that I'm doing this as some part of gang, when I have my own motivations, my own reasons, nothing to do with Trish. What Trish does is what Trish does.
Why are you speaking up for her?
How am I speaking up for her?
The argument that you said, the question you should ask yourself is, why do you no longer engage Miss in debate? Now, how is this a question as a part of this conversation that we're having about Queen's behaviour?
How has that got anything to do with Trish? It's nothing to do with that. It's to do with how you look at the situation and how you're saying everyone is all against Miss as a group, and it's just not the case.
Because the conversation that we were having was about Queen. But you've come in with this
conversation prior to that was about Mrs. shitty behavior, bringing up people's cancer and saying, "Oh, you're just playing a cancer card," blah, 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 and using somebody's fucking painful fucking life moment against them. That's what the conversation was about before you were here, Jem.
Zant, that is not the point I was making.
Concern trolling, okay.
Zant, that was not the point I was making. Jem was saying that how can we still be in support of Queen? This was never the case. Some people are just detractors of Miss Jem, and it's quite obvious to see. We've had years where we've had pandemics, and we've been having arguments with her, and we've had people in the server who've had, like entire generations of their family wiped out. And some of the things that were said in that time from her, they're not going to just forget about, are they? There's going to be people who've got, personal sort of gripes with her. It's got nothing to do with Trish.
Really? Bullshit.
What do you mean, really?
None of my gripes have anything to do with Trish.
You still got your fucking witch hunting hat on, man. Take it off. For fuck's sake. It's getting so old, so fucking boring, man.
And your gripe, Zant, Zant, your gripe was specifically about me banning Trish's accounts. That was what the first comment that you made.
No.
Yes, it was.
I wasn't about banning Trish's accounts. It was about you saying, I'm just banning accounts that are coming in before they've even said anything.
I didn't say that.
Because it seems to me...
I didn't say that. I didn't say I'm just banning accounts that are coming in. I didn't say that. I said I banned an account that came in.
Before it did anything.
Not that that's any of your fucking business anyway. I can ban who the fuck I like. For whatever reason
you're welcome to. I just said it didn't seem like a great... if you're going to just say, banning them for being Queen when somebody is randomly coming in.
That's speaking in support of Queen, isn't it? If the conversation.
No, that's speaking in support of some random cunt that might have got banned for being Queen that isn't.
Yeah. Oh, come on, Zach.
No one's joined in ours, but we ban an account that's apparently Queen and then have accounts just join right after. But it's not Queen, Zant. It's not Queen. No.
Right. And now you're suddenly bothered about the fact that I might have banned some random. Come on.
Oh, you guys are fucking hilarious, man.
But this Trish, I don't know how you guys see it as that. At the end of the day, this is a debate server, and we want to engage with Miss, right? So what's the protocol to do it? Because we're only ever being accused of siding with Trish.
No, you're doing it again. You're doing it to me again.
How am I doing what?
And it's just ridiculous.
How is it ridiculous?
You're making out that any sort of engagement with Miss is banned and not allowed, and I object to. And that's not true. I'm saying that
any engagement with Miss is treated as if it's some sort of gang effort involving Trish.
You're doing it again. It was. What I banned was the reason I banned Queen was because of the gang behaviour. And you two, you and Xant, are still in it. You're still part of it. You've just behaved yourself.
How can you engage with it?
That's always been in your head.
You've just behaved yourself to a level that that hasn't resulted in a ban. Whereas most of the other gang members haven't been able to contain themselves, have they? And they've ended up being really abusive to me or something like that. And I've removed them for those reasons. That's why Naps isn't here, for instance.
But this is my problem. If I'm acting as a detractor of Mrs., how is the correct way for me to engage Jen? Because it's a case of I'm just part of the gang. I'm just controlling myself now, apparently.
But I'm not. The reason we're having this conversation isn't because you've engaged Miss. It's because you engaged me in a conversation about Queen. That's why we're having this conversation.
That's the way that you're saying that anyone who is a detractor of Miss is part of this gang. And this is the problem I had with you before. And I'm saying this is just not the case.
I've never been part of any fucking gang jam.
How are they meant to engage?
I haven't said that. At no point have I stopped anyone from engaging with Miss if they're saying something that detracts from something that she said.
I'm not saying you're stopping it. I'm saying what is the way to do it?
I've never done that.
What is the way to do it without you thinking it's part of some sort of
the same way as you would with anybody else?
Well, we'll see how it is, because you're saying, how can someone still possibly...
Look,
like Zam,
you guys know what you're doing. You guys know what you're doing, and you know what you're part of. And you can keep trying to pretend that I'm just imagining it all, but it won't work. It's obvious now. You tried this at the start. The fact that we're still having this conversation months on, that I've still had to ban accounts of hers tonight, the fact that that has happened shows that you were wrong and I was right. I'm not mental. I did know what was going on. There was something weird that isn't like the normal engagements. Like you guys were all telling me, oh, it's the same as Merle and it's the same as chemo. No, it wasn't. It was something different, and that's what I addressed. And you are still part of it, and you should stop being part of it.
I was never part of this jam. I only ever acted as a detractor, and because of the way Trish does things, I'm pulled into it. I mean, you famously got rid of Trish because she won't adhere to anything you say. What notion you think that I have any sort of influence or control involving Trish is out of my mind. I'm just here, just acting as I do with everyone else. Then when things come up where it involves Miss, it's a case of, oh, it's all a gang activity. I'm saying this is not the case.
Anything to you about it? Not a thing. I haven't said a word to you. I made a comment about that, but I didn't name anybody. If you feel that cap fits, well, you know, that isn't my...
But this is happening to Xant, isn't it? He's being cast in this gang notion, where he's just legitimately raising a concern he has with someone he considers a friend here. I don't see how that's
his concern was that I might have banned one of her sock accounts. So fuck her.
No, that wasn't my concern, Jeb.
Yes, well, that was the comment that you made.
My concern is that, and I said it to people in chat earlier, whether it's Queen that was the sock that was saying anything or not. I don't know. I don't claim to know. I'm not psychic. If you think you know, you're welcome to ban them because you think you know it's your server. But the reality is that they were pointing out Mrs. shitty behavior today. And that shitty behavior is still shitty regardless of whether or not it was Queen pointing it out. And if you want to take Mrs. side on her shitty behavior just because you're annoyed that Queen was here, I don't think that's cool.
I mean,
but don't make this about Queen, because I don't talk to Queen.
Don't make this about Miss, because it isn't about Miss. Your comment wasn't about Miss, it was about the soccer counts. My comment wasn't about Miss, it was about the soccer counts. So don't you make it about something that it's not about.
I haven't
If anybody said any comment to Miss about what she said about cancer or anything like that, I haven't seen that. I haven't made any comment on that. I haven't said anything at all about that. The only thing I've done is ban Queen and then argued with you when you objected to the fact that I'd banned another of her soccer accounts. And then you tell me, oh no, we're not in a gang with her. Well, it fucking looks like you are, guys.
Well, we're not. I don't ever talk to Queen.
Well, you need to be extra careful then, don't you?
Servers with Queen that I know of. I mean, maybe she's in. I don't think she's in any of the servers that I'm in. I don't even know how I would check because I don't think I'm on her friends list.